Welcome, everyone, to the Energy Advisors Podcast. I'm your host, Rex, that energy guy. Glad to have you listening in with us wherever you are around the globe. It's exciting when we see the check-ins from all around the world in every time zone. So it's pretty exciting. Listen, before we get to today's topic, which is, hey, let's clean up the industry. It's time to get rid of the solar puppy mills. I want to remind you, hey, life's busy. We don't always have a chance to catch every episode. If you missed the last one, episode number 59, I did a great interview with the current president and the incoming president of the Women's Energy Network, an amazing organization. They've been around for 30 years, and they talk about what's going on with women in the field, just like other tech sectors, because energy is tech. It's rather male-dominated industry, and it's exciting to see what they're doing. So check out episode number 59. Okay, before we get running on today's program, I want to thank our partners in the podcast, our good friends over at Power. Listen, if you're going to do rooftop solar, there's nobody better, and here's why. Power is the only organization that has a national footprint that can provide you with all the choices. You know, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all. You go into a store to buy some shoes or a shirt or a pair of pants, whatever. There's no such thing as a one size works for everybody, and that's what Power does. They allow you to pick and choose the right solutions, develop something that works for just you, and they deliver it in an integrated fashion, and price points can't be beat. So if you really are looking at rooftop solar, Power is the way to go. You can connect with them by going to the Energy Advisors website and filling out the forms. That's energyadvisors.today. Our other partner in the program, well, there's more, but our good friends at Go Green Community Initiative. This is exciting. It's been developed. There's a nonprofit out there that helps people get the education that they're looking for. So no spin, straight facts. Most people don't have any idea what can be done and how easy it is to move and transition to savings and energy independence and sort of the distributed world of power. So our good friends at Go Green Community Initiative, they're doing some great things to transition communities and get rewards for it, save money, etc. So again, go to the website and connect with us. We'll put you in touch with him. And then our friends over at Universal Wind Kinetics. Great stuff. If you haven't looked at micro wind, you need to take a look at this. It's designed for residences and small business. You can actually have wind turbines that are more power efficient in generation than solar panels. Again, like everything in renewables, the word depends, but fantastic innovations that are happening there. So again, anytime you are interested in any of our partners in the podcast, just go to energyadvisors.today, fill out the forms right on the front page, and we'll get you connected. All right. So today is a little bit of a rant, and I'm transparent. I'm in renewable energies. I help homeowners and small businesses take a look at many options. So rooftop solar, portable solar, micro wind, which I just talked about there. We have a partnership in there. So I am very much motivated by making sure that the industry gets cleaned up. And so I think it's time to get rid of this, what I call the solar puppy mills. All right. It's the Wild West out there currently. You have all kinds of organizations, people who jumped in, and they're normally good people, and they're doing good things, good intentions, but not all of those intentions are working out for customers. And so one of the things that I feel out there that I see, I've been through it, is you get these organizations out there, and I don't name names, but it's very prevalent, who are basically what I call the solar puppy mills. They'll hire anybody that can fog a mirror, got a pulse, you're in, set you down for 1 or 2 days worth of training, if you're lucky. And then bam, they send you out and start knocking doors and harassing people at the front door. Well, there's nothing wrong with canvassing and door-to-door sales. But the issue that we face out there is we just have an industry, a cross industry. And I say shame on you to the entire solar industry for allowing this to happen. You see, I come out of tech, all right? And in technology, you go through exhaustive training, exhaustive training. And, you have to become technically savvy. You have to understand how things are sold. You have to do things from a consultative process. Well, solar, renewable wind, any of these renewables, micro wind, etc. You've got to have people who are professionals. You have to have people who go through training, who are certified and trained on ethics too. So we got a lot of people out there that really have given the solar industry a bad name because they don't get trained. They hire anybody, throw them out there on 100% commission, which there's nothing wrong with that type of compensation model. But if you don't train people to a level that they need, they're going to do desperate things. My grandpa used to say to me, he said, Rex, desperate people do desperate things. Well, it's time for this industry to grow up. Now, I'm old enough to have been through a few cycles of this where you see consolidation, collapse of small companies. You see people go in and out of the business as things contract. Right now, there are thousands, and I mean tens of thousands of people out there who say, I'll help you put solar on your home. And it's a run and gun type thing. Well, I want standards. And I want standards not only for me as a homeowner, and I have a horrible experience when I put solar on my home 3 years ago. We worked with a sales organization, and I should have listened. He said to me, well, I'm going to be gone for about 6 weeks. I'm going out to Moab, and never heard from him again. So I was stuck with a system I put on my house. I spent more than $50,000 putting this baby on my roof. Now, luckily, we oversized it, and the installation company worked very well for us, but I couldn't get answers. And that's what I want to get rid of. You see these companies that they're like a puppy mill. They'll just hire whoever, run people through. So I, as a industry expert and analyst, I love what our friends over at Mentis Technologies is doing, is helping bring these standards to the industry. I like the people at Power because they are absolutely fanatics about making sure that people are professionally trained. And it's not just product, it's not just industry knowledge. It's actually, they have courses in ethics, and that's important. It really is important. So I've seen this. I've seen this before in early stages of different technologies. And listen, hey, solar, wind, whatever, these are just technologies. We have hardware and software. There are big trends happening where the software and AI are going to be fully integrated in these solutions. And so you can't just have somebody roll in, look like they just got out of bed and out there talking to people with not all the training, not all the licensing. So I'm pro licensing. Now, sometimes people think, oh my goodness, that's going to be a headache. But no, not at all. I think it's important that we get licensed professionals. You're not going to let an electrician come to your house without a license and work with things. Well, solar or wind, they're as important. So you need people who are trained. You don't want some guy who last week was doing something crazy. He might have been, who knows where he was working, come and tell you how to change your world and transition. So that's my rant for the day. I will tell you as a consumer, because everyone's a consumer, what you need to do is you need to ask whoever is talking to you about transitioning into solar, transitioning into distributed energy, transitioning into energy independence. Ask them some questions. Okay, number one, can I get a solution that's tailored for my needs? Okay, one size fit all solutions just don't work. It's not in the best interest of the homeowner. It's not in the best interest of the provider. You need a system that's tailored from your home. Can you make choices? Can you look at different financing choices? So I would recommend don't do business with anybody who can't give you a custom solution that fits your needs. Nobody buys clothing that way. Oh, I just want to buy one size fits all shirt and it doesn't fit. So that's important. Two, I would want to make sure that whoever I'm working with has been through some certifications, who's been through some training, who's worked with mentors. Okay. And I don't care how they engage you. right? You can knock doors, social media, virtual meetings, whatever, but you want to make sure that these people have been trained. It's a big investment on your home. It's a big strategy to get on a path to get energy independence, and you want partners that are going to help you with that. And so it's time. Back in the days when PCs came out, so the desktop computers, and very quickly followed notebook computers. Now, this was back in the late 80s and then early 90s. There were almost 70 manufacturers for PCs. And I could make a list of those that don't even exist anymore. There were tons of them. Everex, Gateway. There's so many companies that came and gone. Now we boil down to just a handful. And we're going to see that in energy. We're going to see that very quickly here. And it's going to be the people who sustain and are good because they have the proper professionalism. So I always caution people, ask the right questions, make sure you've got people who can give you full choices, can help you as a consultant, can teach you, and then also make sure that they have training. It's so important. All right, that's enough. I've said enough. I want to thank you for tuning in today. This rant can be a little bit crazy, but it's so important. I want to thank everybody for listening. And if you are following on the video platforms, make sure you subscribe. If you're following on podcast, follow. And don't forget to comment. Tell us if we're doing a good job. Let us know if there's different topics that you want us to cover. So until next time, like I say always, thanks and make it a great day.